The Joe Rogan Experience.
How do we
That's a good
promote
question.
looking at people as individuals? Because I think that is really that's one of the keys to getting out of this mess.
It is
to stop tribal ideological recognition and definitions of humans. Just to look at people as this is Tom, this is Sally, this is this guy, this is that girl, this is this non-binary person, whatever the fuck they are.
I think there's a lot to learn from children in that regard, because I don't think kids generally
They
do
don't
that.
give a fuck.
Kids don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
Kids don't care. I mean, where I grew up in Saudi Arabia, I mean, off the bat, I was just surrounded by people of all different skin colors, different nationalities, different religions, and it was just always cool. Some of these ideas, like I'd never heard people talking about race anytime more in my life than now, which is really weird to me, right? You know, in the 90s, in the thousands, I wasn't hearing people talking about, you know, white privilege this, white privilege, white man that, and suddenly it's like, you know, oh, let me tell you about my blackness, or, you know, you're hearing terms like blackness and whiteness, and I'm just like, what are you even talking about? Like, this is nonsense. People of color, this, but I can't stand that term, by the way. You know, like just all this terminology, and people are just talking in these really bizarre ways and just kind of grouping people into these weird groups, and I'm just like, what's the point of all this? What's the purpose here?
They get some juice out of it. You know, that's why for them it's worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
Because they get something. You know, they get something by appealing to fellow Europeans, or by appealing to, you know, like the straight pride parade. You know, they got a bunch of people to fucking parade. They got together like, I'm so proud of being straight. Like, oh, great. You're proud of being 90% of the fucking population.
More than that, yeah.
Straight people are under attack. Like, what does that mean? That is so crazy.
I don't know.
Gay pride makes sense. I know a bunch of guys, well, I know at least 3 that are in the closet that want to come out but can't.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Yeah.
Whether it's because of their career or because of their life. You know, they're gay amongst their friends. They let their friend, but they don't want to tell anybody. So for them,
It's like a lot of conservatives.
right, gay is the only thing that you can hide, right? Like if you're black, it's obvious.
Yeah.
If you're white, it's obvious. If you're gay, no one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Yeah.
So you can hear people say gay jokes and say mean things, and you could just swallow it, and like, you know, and you could feel terrible, and you could hear pastors talk about how you're going to hell if you're gay, and you're like, fuck, and they are gay, and they can't come out. So for them, the idea of gay pride makes sense. It's a celebration. It's an affirmation that it's okay to be who you are.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Straight pride is fucking preposterous. It's so ridiculous, man. Fucking most people are straight, bitch. What are you doing? You're taking time out of your busy day, and you're gonna march. You got to fly. What's if the gay pride thing is a rainbow? What do straight people get?
I don't know.
What's the flag?
It's kind of greedy they took the whole rainbow, though.
They did. They stole it from the leprechauns.
It's greedy.
What is the? Let's stop and think about that. Like, what is the straight pride flag? What color would it be?
Maybe all black or all white? I don't know. Or black and white? I don't know.
What is it?
Black and white.
Is it black and white? For real. There's a
Yeah.
flag. There is. I said fag. I meant to say flag. Sorry,
Canceled.
Freud. Really? There's a.
Googled it. There's pictures of
Please
it. It
put
says
it
it's
up.
from Boston's
Please put up
parade.
the fucking straight. Oh,
There we go. Yeah, black and white.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's exactly what I thought it would be. I was going to say it'll have
You
the male
nailed
and
it,
female
dude.
symbol.
You
yeah.
fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's incredible.
It's like a meme, but I don't know.
Bro, we need to get that.
Yeah.
We need to hang one of those in the studio. Straight
pride.
pride
There we go.
flag. Holy shit. Holy shit, there's a straight pride flag.
There's flags for everything now, aren't there?
God damn it, that's hilarious, though. Meanwhile, the gay one, they have a way better flag. Make America straight again? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's straight, dude. That's why there's so many of us, you fucking idiot. America is mostly straight. That's why there's 320 million people. Oh, God.
Yeah, man. Look, people can do what they want, man.
The fact that I was joking, thinking there's a straight pride flag, and the fact that you nailed it perfectly. Oh, it's probably black and white. That's another one. Red and pink and blue. Get the fuck out of here with that one.
Nah.
Is that another one? Yeah. Oh, so there's division amongst the straight pride folks. They can't decide what's what. It's great to be straight. Look at this. Oh, what do you get? What do you get? People that no one wants to fuck. Look at them. Look at him. That guy's got an American flag bandana. Bitch, you ain't Hulk Hogan. You take that goddamn thing off right now. Got a bandana around his head. Stop.
Oh, well.
What do we do, Zuby?
Keep doing what we're doing, man. I think discussion, to answer your question, I think discussion is what is needed to keep the lid on the pot. I think that's why it's, when we were talking about like deplatforming and all that kind of stuff plays into the polarization as far as I'm concerned.
I agree.
It drives people underground. It pushes people to radical fringes and whatnot. What you want is just keep the communication channels open. I mean, you've only got 3 ways of dealing with any conflict. You can talk, you can segregate, or you can fight.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're talking individually or countries. Those are the only 3 options. So as soon as discussion breaks down or people don't want to talk or people think, oh, I can't talk to that person because they voted Trump or they voted Leave or they voted liberal or they voted Democrat or whatever.
Yeah.
As soon as that breaks down, and I mean, it's crazy. You're seeing all these stories about couples breaking up or families where the parents won't talk to the kids anymore or vice versa, or people are kind of, exiling and denouncing their own friends and family over politics. And when I see stuff like that, I'm like, that is sad. That's very, very sad. I mean, if you can have a disagreement, you can say, okay, I believe in this, I think this, I'm going to vote that way, you vote that way, cool. But you can still be friends, you can still be brothers, you can still be cool. Like that stuff, I mean, if stuff is functioning correctly, politics shouldn't play such a huge role in your life. It should be a very much a background thing. You know what I mean? It's just there.
It's also one of the main characteristics in cults.
Yeah.
Is to separate you from anybody that disagrees.
It is. It really is.
I mean, that's one of the things that they do in cults. They separate you from your family. It's one of the first things they do.
It is. And that's how people end up in echo chambers. People are like, oh, how did we not see Trump coming? It's like, you didn't see Trump coming because you don't talk to half the population.
Right. And if you live in these high population areas where everyone has the same sort of ideology or shares that ideology, it becomes a real problem. New York and LA in particular.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it happens. The 2 things I guess it happens with most are politics and religion, right? So if you live in a place where everybody is religious and everybody is of the same faith, then it's easy to sort of assume and behave in a way that everybody else in the world or outside thinks and believes the exact same things everybody does. The same thing can happen politically. If someone lives in a super liberal area or a super conservative area, you can just think, okay, well, everyone I know thinks this. Yeah. So that's what everybody thinks. Yeah. And a lot of people, I mean, I'm a musician, you're a comedian, we both go around respective countries to different places, and you talk to different people. You have this podcast, you've had all kinds of people of different persuasions on here, religious, non-religious, political, all across the spectrum and whatever. So I'd imagine that you can understand and empathize with all of the positions. You've got your own views, but you can be like, okay, I get where that person is coming from, or I get how that person believes that, or I get that. And just that level of empathy is really what is needed. I think it's really just about empathy. It's about being able to understand that most people want the world to be a better place. There aren't that many people who wake up every day thinking, all right, I want to make the world worse. I want to make my life worse. I want to make my family's life. Most people want to make stuff better. People have different ideas on what will make things better. But I think as long as people sort of extend that charity to other people and don't try to consider things in the worst possible way. If somebody says something, whether online or offline, don't try to interpret it in the worst possible way that you could, or read some kind of malice into it that's not there. Just understand they're coming from a good place. You may disagree, and then you can have that discussion. And even if people don't change their minds, you at least understand other people better.